Tell me about being an eating psychology coach. What is that?
It's basically exploring somebody's relationship to food.
Okay.
And, the best example I can come up with is stress eating,
Yes.
because certain foods release certain chemicals that make you feel good and it becomes kind of addictive. And if you don't have better coping strategies, in place, which is what I, work with people to do, find a better way to cope with whatever it is that makes them reach for, the chocolate or the
Right.
sugar.
Right. Yeah. So the same receptors that are stimulated if we were to do cocaine, that's sugar can stimulate those same receptors.
Right.
Of course, not to the same degree, but it can be very addictive.
Right, right.
But meanwhile, when we eat those things, especially the ultra processed, like high fructose corn syrup, it's creating inflammation inside and making us sick.
It creates inflammation. It depletes our important, nutritional cofactors and things that make, all of the methylation and all other kinds of things work for us.
Do you find that most people know that, but they just, because of stress or different issues, they do it? Like, I know I shouldn't eat this, but I'm going to do it.
Well, it's a vicious cycle because they know they shouldn't, then they do it. Then there's the guilt and shame that comes with that.
Yeah.
So it's something that you have to become, first of all, aware of what you do. And some people are aware of what they do. They just don't know a better way.
Right. Well, how do you help people deal with shame?
Well,
Acknowledging it maybe first.
acknowledging it
Yeah.
and I guess pointing out that, we're all human and we're, all going to do things that, we're not proud of or might know is not the best way. But I acknowledge people for reaching out for help and for support. And everybody's a little bit different. So, I address it just based on, who I'm dealing with. But really acknowledging them for coming forth, forward and asking for help because it's not something you can often figure out by yourself. And even if you can, you're your own worst judge. You need someone to offer you some grace while you're learning and while you're changing your behavioral patterns.
Right. Yeah, we have some weight loss clients in our clinic, and I see that so often where people come in and they get on the scale and they say, I'm angry, and I'm angry at myself because I did this. I'm like, okay, good. We have a start point, but what if this was your best friend who said this? Like, how would you talk to that person about where they are in this journey right now? And just like trying to get people not to beat themselves up.
Right.